Right, Shalom. You hear me good, Rabban?
Counter.
Right, with the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General YAHANNA. I'm just filling in for Captain Parasha till he gets here. So make sure you pay your tithes. 10% of everything you earn goes to the priests and prophets of the Lord. Also, we got classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW, man. Make sure you log in some classes on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, the whole nine. What else we got? Also got on the end 9 till 11 every Friday. Make sure you watch that as well, man. One moment. Shalom on Christ. Yeah. Don't have a heart attack, right? I'm gonna work on it. Give me a minute. All right, no sweat. Give me Isaiah 30:1, Baba Kushar, Ra'alban.
Come.
Also, make sure you look out for Ra'alban and Zarpan's class every Friday, man. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Powerful class from Manny, man. Now you can see the class on YouTube as well as Facebook, man. Make sure you watch that, support it, man. The I.S.U.P.K straight from the north, man. Straight from the 0161. Who would have thought you'll see the day that the UPK will be in England? They're not alone, not only just England, in London, not only just London, in Manny, man. Right. South, Midlands, and North, all three regions, man. Come on, read that for me, Baba Kushar.
Come on. Book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord.
And the Lord said, woe to the rebellious children. Your child is meant to be loyal, man. Shouldn't be rebellious. And that's what we've become to the Lord, man. We're them rebellious children, man. The Lord said, don't celebrate Christmas. What do we want to do? Celebrate Christmas. The Lord said, don't celebrate Easter. What do we want to do? Celebrate Easter. We're the rebellious children, man. The Lord shows us time and time again that He's not with us, man. By putting us in jail, by putting us in the AIDS ward, by putting us underground, by putting us in the ghettos, man, and we don't care. We're the rebellious children. And the Lord said, woe unto them, I mean, destruction to the rebellious children. And that's what you see in Handsworth, Aston, Hockley, Leeds, Manchester, Sheffield. You see the rebellious children of the Lord dying in every AIDS ward you can find, in every abortion clinic you can find, in every ghetto, every crack house. You will see destruction happen unto us, man. Keep it in.
Come on. That take counsel, but not of me.
And this is why there's destruction on us. We take counsel, but not of God, man. You know what counsel means? Counsel means advice. We take advice, but not from God. We don't want to come to the I.S.U.P.K and find out, stop smoking weed. We go to the Rastas, man, and they say, smoke weed, man. It makes you close with Jah, man. Broaden your mind, broaden your horizons, man. We take advice, but not from God. We don't go to God where He says, don't celebrate Christmas. We go to the church, man. They say, celebrate Christmas, man. Go set up the Christmas tree. We take advice, but not from God, man. We go to the mosque. We go to the vicars. We go to Egypt and writing on the wall and all that nonsense, man. We don't go to the Most High. We done?
Come on. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
And we cover ourselves with a covering, but that covering is not of the Lord's Spirit, man. Anyone know what that covering means? In the Bible, covering is your culture, man.
Right.
It's your culture. Read the book of Genesis when it said Adam covered himself with fig leaves. You talk about Adam covered himself with another culture. The same thing we do in 2021, Adam did back then. Adam covered himself with Christianity, man. But the white man says Christianity is good and this and that, and Jesus, well, the Arabs said that Allah is the beneficent. You know what? I'm gonna be that religion. That's what we do today, man. That's what it means to cover yourself. I'm gonna hand it over now anyway. Shalom.
Shalom Akim. And what the officer is saying is heavy. One problem that we have is we don't seek the Lord, man. We've gone far and wide trying to find anything to find the answer. And the one thing what we need is that Bible, man. Right. In these last days, what does everyone say? The Bible's a white man's book, man. The Bible, it was a book talking about problems back then. And listen, in that Bible is the counsel of the Lord, man. In that same Bible is your answers. But here's the problem: we don't want them, man. You know what I mean? We want what Islam has to offer. We want what Rastafarianism has to offer, and that's the problem. They do not have answers, man. You know, I always say this: for a man who's into Rastafarianism, what is your answer? And they don't know, man. All you're gonna hear is, my answer is love and righteousness and peace and unity. And on face value, that sounds good. But how are you going to achieve that, man? Or that, love and oneness and yeah, but what's the answer, man? You're giving nice words, but that's not the answer. So we're gonna get in today's into today's class. Today's class is gonna get into what you call today cancel a culture. Now, does anyone know what that is?
Can't.
So, okay, then. So, what is the definition of cancel culture?
So like it's like a group that are basically banded together, and like basically anyone that does or says anything that's like doesn't conform to this world, like particularly in like the LGBTQ plus whatever community, like they're really kind of heavy on that. Like anything they speak out against that kind of culture, they'll basically just try take them off everywhere, like social media, like get banned on social media, get like all sorts of like I don't know, like hate messages and basically just like basically trying to silence like anyone that speaks against like the conformity as well.
No sweat. And listen, you are absolutely right, man. And what you're seeing in these last days is cancel culture skyrocket, man. To where now anyone who blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians look up to, they gotta watch their mouth, man, or they get cancelled. They can't do no shows. No one wouldn't want anything to do with them. And let me tell you something: you better thank the Lord for the I.S.U.P.K, man. You want to know why? Because cancel a culture doesn't work in here, man. You can hate us and you can't cancel us, man.
Right.
You can say, them guys, I think they're racist. I think they're this. I think they're that. But cancel a culture is not a kryptonite in here, man.
That's right.
We're not scared, like, yo, we say that. You know what I mean? Damn, like, shit, what are we gonna do? Listen, that don't happen in here. And that's why if you're black, if you're Hispanic, if you're Native Indian, this is your safe haven, man. Because outside of here, anybody who you look up to, once they're going to get cancelled, they're gonna say whatever just to stay relevant, man.
Right.
They're gonna say whatever they have to say so that they can perform at a concert next week, man.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna give you some examples, and we're gonna get into the Bible as well, and show you that, being a man of the Lord, you cannot let this world stop you, man.
Right.
You cannot let this empire put a bar on your mouth, man. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying there is a certain way how you can say things, but you can't let this evil empire threaten you with canceling you, man.
God.
You can't be at camp thinking, yo, if I say this, you know what I mean, it'll mess up my business that I've got, or whatever the case may be, man. You got to serve the Lord wholeheartedly, man. You got to give the Lord everything. And let me tell you something, you serve the Lord, nobody can't do nothing to you anyway, man. So let's get into it, man. So I'm gonna give you some examples. You know, in Brixton, there was a rapper called M24, man. And then what happened, man? You know what I mean? He spoke against gays. That's the politically correct term. And what happened? He come back, you know, I need to be more educated on this. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it like that. And why was he so afraid? Because he was afraid of what we call today cancel culture. Where listen, you know, they'll cancel me. They will cancel me. And you know, I don't want to lose my rap or MC career that he has. And listen, you can't serve the Lord and be like M24, man.
Right.
You can't serve the Lord and be like your athletes and be like your so-called celebrities, where the truth is they're scared,
Calm.
they're petrified. Imagine this: as a grown man and a woman, you can't say what you like as an adult because you're afraid that listen, someone's gonna stop you from performing at your next gig next week, man. You're afraid of, you know, all the backlash you might receive. Well, listen, we are adults, man.
Right.
And as an adult, you have the right not to agree, man. As a grown man and a woman, you have the right to go, you know what? I don't agree with that, man. You know what I mean? I don't think that's right, man. And imagine in these last days, you got grown men afraid to speak their mind, man. Part, you know what I mean, from my understanding, part of being a man is you have the right to voice your opinion, man. Part of being a grown man, your mom or dad don't tell you, son, shut your mouth, man.
Right.
Now you have the right to speak up. And imagine this cancel a culture that we are seeing is turning grown adults back into kids, man. Where you can't speak your mind no more. You can't say, well, I don't agree with that, man. According to my understanding of the Bible, being gay is wrong, man. According
Right.
to you mean me being an adult, and from what I've heard, you know, I don't agree with that. And that happens why? Because people are afraid because they will get cancelled. If you got that for me about M24. Yeah. All right. What? So we'll get to M24 next, but of course, the most recent one is the rapper the baby. You know, he was doing a show, and you know, he said some stuff about, you know what I mean, you're not gonna die of AIDS and put your hands in the air if you didn't, you know, do such and such. And you know what is sad about that? He's talking the truth.
Right.
People that are gay, if they don't change, they might get AIDS. You know what I mean? He wasn't saying it in a way where, you know, there was no facts behind it. You're saying that that lifestyle leads to AIDS, man. That lifestyle will, if you don't repent, be the death of you, man.
Right.
And imagine that a crowd hated him for stating the obvious. It's it's not far fetched. In your own time, you can look it up. Many people that take their own lives, they are gay. The highest suicide rate is among the gays, man. And if you think I'm lying, research it, man. Look it up. The highest suicide rate is among the gays, man. Showing you what? They're not happy, man.
Right.
That person that is gay and they're prancing around, clicking their fingers, are they really that happy? No. Or they wouldn't be killing themselves, man. If they were so happy, they wouldn't be the highest in the suicide rates, man.
Right.
Even to call yourself gay, I mean, the fact that someone would even call themselves gay, that's contradictory. Because, you know, for those of you, Shalom, for those of you that don't know, the word gay is an old English word which means happy,
Right.
and people that are gay, they're not happy. That's why they're committing the most highest suicide rates, man. You can look it up. About 60% of the suicide rates are among the gays, man. Showing you there's nothing gay about them, man. Or they
Right.
wouldn't be taking their own life, man. They wouldn't be overdosing on drugs. They wouldn't be slitting their wrist if being gay was really happy, man. And what the baby said, it was the obvious, saying that, listen, you know, that way of life, it leads to AIDS and such and such. But what happened, man? He was afraid of this cancel a culture. So what did he say? He came back with, you know, sorry, man, I didn't mean to say that. On this matter, I'm uneducated. And do you know how ridiculous that sounds? Basically, for you to make some money, you're saying you're dumb. If you're saying I'm uneducated on this matter, what you're saying is I'm dumb and I didn't know what I was even talking about, man. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying. You're saying you are dumb, man, and you're not. Just that you let riches hinder you, man. Let's get that in the Bible, Matthew 6. Oh yes, suck it. Let's get the article first.
They with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
air.
real about this.
Yeah, keep it real.
Some of y'all suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
And listen, as a grown man, you are allowed to speak your mind, man.
That's
And
right.
what this world does is they take that from you, man. They take it from you where, well, listen, you know, if I speak my mind, if I speak against what's wrong, you know what? I might lose my job, man. I might not be able to perform again. And that's not life, man. We can't live like that. Like, what you know what I mean? What he said, there's nothing wrong with it. He's saying that way of life, you will get AIDS, you will get all kinds of diseases. That's not something we don't know.
God.
Living a lifestyle of being gay does lead to AIDS and all kind of diseases that come along with it. Was he wrong in what he said? No. And then it goes, I mean, with some of these men, they are suspect. And is that true? Absolutely, man. Some of these men today, like, yo, I don't know what happened, man. You know what I mean? It makes you wonder, like, what happened? So from your mom and dad to now, like, what happened in between, man?
God.
You mean he's stating the obvious? And what this world does is they don't want you to even talk about the obvious, man. They don't want you to talk about what is right in front of your eyes. Why? Because you can't offend nobody. Meanwhile, as a black man and a Hispanic man, you get offended every day, man.
Right.
Every day there's racist jokes. Every day the action film has some racist joke in it, man. Every day someone offends you, but then you can't speak the facts about a lifestyle that the Lord is against, man. Read that for me. And we're gonna get there in Matthew 6 in a second.
And read the baby apologized to LGBTQ community after being dropped from 5 best.
And imagine that, man. Because now he can't perform, now he apologizes. And listen, we can't live like that, man.
Right.
In the ISUPK, cancel a culture doesn't work in here, man.
Right.
That culture of, well, we will cancel you. Listen, it doesn't work in here. It works for them. Why? Because you know what I mean their money, it comes from entertaining them. In here, we don't entertain you, man. Ain't no entertainment in here. Ain't you know what I mean? I don't have the mic in my hand going back and forth on this platform right here.
Right.
Listen, you can't cancel us, man. Why? Because we serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
We work for the Most High, man. And I'm not knocking this a brother right here, but he works for man. And when man isn't happy with what he had to say, he has to apologize. Why? Because he works for them, man. In the UPK, we work for the Lord, and you can't cancel us, man. You can hate us, complain, write letters, and guess what? We're gonna be doing it anyway. We're gonna the officer Cracky has it. Us Cracky has it. You know what I mean? We're gonna be here all the time. Why? Because you can't cancel us, man. You cannot cancel us being at camp. You can't cancel us doing a class right now, man. Why? Because we please the Lord, man. We serve the Lord. He pleases man. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Who you serve dictates what you can say, man. Who you serve dictates who you can offend, man. And in here, we serve the Lord. So you couldn't cancel us if you wanted to, man.
That's right.
You couldn't block us if you wanted to, man. Why? Because we serve the Lord, man. So let's get that in the Bible in Matthew 6. And with Christ, he said it the best, man. You know, if you want to hear it from anyone, hear it from your king, man. Hear it from Christ. Let's get it in Matthew 6 and 20. Like it. Get there, Matthew 6. I'm in Matthew 5. That's why it don't make sense. Matthew 6 and 20. Start from Matthew 6 and 19.
Come on. Book Matthew chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thief flaking.
So now what is Yahawashi on about, man? He's talking about the treasures of this earth, man. Don't lay that up. Don't be holding it. Why? Because moth and rust get it, man. Meaning it don't last, man. You mean he's trying to apologize for the things of the earth, and they're gonna go anyway, man.
Right.
The baby, listen, man, be a man. And listen, when you're a man, whatever you say, you mean it, man.
That's right.
If you think it's wrong, then guess what? Stand on it, man. Go, well, listen, man. In this earth, people have the right to say what they want, man. People do what they want, and I don't agree with that way of life. What? But for you to apologize and listen, I apologize, man. I'm so uneducated on this matter. Do you know how weak that sounds?
God.
Do you know how weak you sound when in one breath you were saying something else? On the microphone, listen, man, all them people ain't dying of AIDS and being gay and da, da, da. And now to go, I'm sorry, man. I was so uneducated. And what doesn't help him is him and his friend, like, let's be real, man. Let's keep it real. Meaning, you know what you're saying. Meaning, you're saying, listen, man, this is real. But now, all of a sudden now, I'm uneducated on this matter. You know what I mean? I definitely need to look into it more. Listen, he's saying that because he wants the treasures of the earth, man. Read on.
Oh, Khan. And where thieves break through and steal.
And listen, all those riches you got, they can get stolen off you, man. A lot of what are black actors and our entertainers, what you mean? A lot of what they want, it can be gone in a heartbeat, man.
That's right.
You can have millions today and be broke tomorrow, man. Right. And I'm not lying. Why? Because there's many of them, man. What's that short one? A Coleman. You mean he used to do that show in the 60s? Is really short. Yeah. A difference. A Drokes. He was a millionaire, man. His mom and dad made millions of him, and he was broke, man. You want to know a fact? Before he died, he had a job, man. He had jobs. People would record him on his phone like, "It is you," and he's an embarrassed kind of just like, damn, you know what I mean? But guess what? He was a millionaire, man, and he went, and then from being rich, he went to working in a car park, man. Listen, why? Because those riches don't mean nothing, man. And then you trying to please man. Listen, those riches that you're fighting for, listen, they're gonna go one day, man. And then you're gonna regret not being a man, man. You're gonna regret not standing on what you meant, man. Read on.
Come on. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
And there, man. So what is a Christ on about, man? Meaning, don't fight for the riches of the earth, man. Fight for the riches in heaven, man. That guess what?
Right.
Once you obtain that, no one can take it off you, man.
Correct.
Once you obtain that, no rust, no a moth, none of those things can decay those real riches, man. And in here, listen, no one can hinder us, man. Those rewards that the Lord is handing out, no cancel a culture can stop it, man. No cancel a culture can put rust on the rewards of the Lord, man. Reader.
Come on. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
All right, someone break that down, man. What does that mean, man? For where your a treasure is, there your heart is also, man. You got it, Mausa.
Wherever your riches is, or your material possession, that's where your heart is.
Almost. You almost there. Anyone else?
You treasure basically what he's spending money on. That's what you love. So if you say man going to the studio all the time, he loves to rap. You say man in the truth, the last penny, he loves the truth. That's what I say.
Give that hand. Meaning, where your riches are, where you invest it, that's where your mind is, man.
Right.
And in here, we invest in the business of the Lord, man.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You know where our heart is because you see the benefits of it every day, man. Light don't pay for itself. You know what I mean? In this class, it's projecting via Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi don't just come from heaven. You know what I mean? Someone's heart was in here making it happen.
Correct.
In here, we see, but here's the problem with the entertainers we got. Their heart is in pleasing man. That's why when they speak their mind and they get backlash, like, nah, I've got to apologize. Why? Because their mind is on pleasing man. With the treasures they want, it's invested in man, and that's the problem. Read on.
Come. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
So what's Christ talking about here, man? And I'm gonna explain. This ain't talking about no Egyptian third eye neither, man. But if your eye be single, meaning right now, what do your eyes represent, man? If anyone would like to break it down, the focus. All right. So now let me read again. The light of the body is the eye. So of course, your eyes are your light. Why? Because your eyes see things, man. So remember now, your light is the eyes, meaning what you look on, man. So now, if you occupy your time on righteousness, you will be righteous, man.
Right.
If you occupy your eyes on darkness, then guess what, man? Your whole body is gonna be filled with darkness, meaning all what you're gonna do is darkness, all what's gonna be on your mind is darkness, meaning what you put your mind to, that's what you will become, man. Which is what Christ was trying to break down. And why are we going here? Because a lot of the entertainers we see, their eye is on pleasing the oppressor, man.
Come
Their eye is focused on pleasing the LGBT community, and that's why you know what I mean they have to apologize because their mind is their eyes or their eye is not focused on the Lord, man. Their eye is focused on man, and that's why they always apologize. I'm sorry, man. I was uneducated on these matters. Why? Because their eye is not on the Lord, man. Their eye is on pleasing man. Read on.
on. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
And there, man. So now, if your mind is occupied on wickedness, then guess what? Your whole body will be filled with darkness. Why? Because that's what your mind is occupied with. It's not far fetched. You know what I mean? What you invest your time in, that's what you will do, man. If your mind is occupied on light, then guess what? Your body it will be filled with light. If you occupy your mind on darkness, then the body will be filled with darkness, man. You will be doing darkness. You'll be acting it out. Why? Because that's what your mind has been occupied to. Read on.
Come. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
And imagine that, man. Imagine in a man, if his light is darkness, meaning if his good is bad, then damn, imagine how bad his darkness is, man. And that's what we see now, man. Where some people, some of the things they say, like, you don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, no, like, damn, like, that's just life. And if your light is darkness, then imagine how dark your darkness is, man. You know what I mean? It was on Instagram, and this sickened me, man. There was a woman, her man, it was in hospital about to die. So with the a woman who set up the Instagram live, she asked her, so she goes, so if your man is in the hospital, what are you doing on Instagram live? She's like, well, he might die. You know what I mean? I do need a man. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I'm just seeing who's available. And the woman that done the show, she's like, yeah, but your man's about to die. Like, should you know what I mean? Or he might die. Shouldn't you be with him? And she's like, yeah, but he might die. You know what I mean? I'm lonely and I need a man. And even she was like, she was nodding her head, man. And this is the Bible right here, meaning if your light is darkness, then how bad can your darkness be, man? Meaning if what you think is okay is wrong, then what do you think is wrong? Then where do you draw the line and go, you know what, that is wrong, man? And that's what we see today. Saki, someone has a I'll screw it in blank. And that's what you see today, man.
Could you spell scripture for cancer culture? Or how to fight it?
Yeah, let's get it.
Matthew 5:29.
Let's grab it.
Matthew 5:29. Wait a second. Acts 5:29 is not there. The one.
About what does it say? Or
Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man.
let's give that a hand, man. That is a perfect precept to go with that, man. Listen, man, you got to obey God rather than man. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? In the world, the people we look up to, they don't serve God. So when they get backlash, what do you think they're going to do? Apologize and pretend like, I don't know what I was saying, man. It was just a bad day, and looking for every excuse to try and get everyone's love back. And why do they do that? Because they obey God. Why? Because they obey man and they don't obey the Lord, man. Right. They care what man thinks. And listen, I'm not gonna be on a show next weekend. I need that money. And those things happen when you obey man. And listen, in here, we obey God, man.
That's right.
We don't care what you want to do. Listen, you can't cancel us, man. Because why? Because you don't pay our why? Because you don't pay the rent in here, man. You don't pay the electric bill. You don't pay for camp. You mean you don't pay for nothing. Hence why you can't cancel us. While as if your job is to entertain them, they can cancel you. When you offend them, they're paying your bills. They can cancel you. And that's why if you're black or Hispanic, you should thank the Lord for the I.S.U.P.K, man. You should thank the Lord for us. Why? Because we can say what you don't want to say, and no one can cancel us, man. We can say, "Thus saith the Lord," and guess what? No one can't hinder us, man.
Right.
You don't like it, and we'll be out doing camp next week, man.
Correct.
And you don't like it next week, we'll be out there the week after. Why? Because they don't support us, man.
Right.
And that's what in the UPK we say to everyone, man. You know what I mean? Definitely contribute, man. Tithes, you know what I mean? Offerings, anything, man. Why? Because we say things that, guess what? The world is afraid to say, man. You mean they know it's wrong? They see it and they know it's not right. But guess what? They're afraid. Why? Because they're getting funded by somebody else, man. And that's why if you're in here, listen, man, your a tithes, it's a must, man. Don't think, listen, man, with tithes, it's not a big law. Listen, keep every law, man.
Correct.
Keep every law, man. Your tithes go a long way, man. Your tithes keep this a truth alive on the face of the earth. You know what I mean? And don't forget that, man. You know what I mean? If no one done anything, then guess what? How would this word even go out, man? You know what I mean? How would the word of the Lord reach the four corners of the earth, man? Your tithes are a must, man.
That's right.
Got some coffee.
Got a story about cancel culture in the scriptures.
Let's get it.
Acts 9 and 13, like 11, some 10. Therefore they said unto him, how were thine eyes opened? And answered and said, a man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes and said unto me, go to the pool of Siloam and wash. And when I washed, I received sight.
So now, if you haven't read this verse in the past, this is about Yahushua right here. And he made a blind man see, man. And now this man who was blind, he's saying what happened and also what Christ told him to do too. You 12? It's like which verse was that?
John 9 and we're at 12 now.
John 9 and 12. So now with Christ, he made the blind man see. And this same blind man, he's talking about the event, man. Saying what Christ done to him and what Christ told him to do. Reader.
Verse 12. Then said they unto him, where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that aforetime was blind, and it was the Sabbath day, and Yahushua made clay and opened his eyes. Then the Pharisees also asked him how he received his sight.
So now, of course, they're asking, how did you receive your sight? Why? Because they know this man for being blind, man. So they're like, who did this, man? How did you receive your sight? Why? Because this man is known for being blind. So it's a miracle right here. But they're like, I mean, this man who is known for being blind can see, and also is talking about how it happened, man. Read on.
He said unto them, he put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore said the Pharisees, this man is not of God.
So now, of course, they're hurt, man. Why? Because they didn't do it, man. You know what I mean? And that's what you see as well. If someone, if the like what you're reading about right here, never make this be you, man. If you know that the Lord is here, then guess what? You be here, man.
Right.
Don't you know what I mean? Don't be like them where they know that the Most High is with this man, but though they just can't accept it. They gotta resist. Nah, man. With them, Yahushua, he's using demons. That's a lie. Listen, if you know that the Lord is with that man, why don't you be with that man, man?
Right.
Why don't you be with him? And likewise in here, man. Many people, you mean they write us emails, text message, yo, man, the Lord is with you lot. So listen, why don't you be here too, man?
God.
If the Lord is with us, do you want to know something? The Lord can be with you too, man.
Right.
If you're here, but don't get envious, man. Don't start hating. Just accept that. You know what I mean? Listen, man. It's evident that the Lord is there. I need to be there too, man. As simple as that. Read on.
Oh, God. Because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. Others said, how can a man that is a sinner do such miracles?
There, so now, of course, with the scribes and the Pharisees regarding the Sabbath day, they didn't understand it. So now they believe that for him to make this man get his sight back, it was a sin, and it's not a sin.
Right.
In the law, it's just a rest day from your work. But of course, they didn't know the law. So now with Yahushua, they think this man, he's breaking the law. But guess what? With Christ, you can read in the Bible, he did not sin once, man.
Right.
So whatever he did on that day, it was righteous, it was lawful, it was just. Read on.
God. And there was division among them. They say unto the blind man again, why sayest thou of him that he hath opened thine eyes? He said, he is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he had been blind and received his sight.
So now, because of the hate they have for Yahushua, now they're accusing a man of not even being blind. Like, listen, nah. You know what I mean? He's just pretending. Is trying to make this man known. You know what I mean? He's not really blind. He's just saying it to make this man seem like he's a prophet of God. And that's what people do, man.
Right.
When people can't accept who the Lord is with, that envy would make their mind go far and beyond, man. To where deep down, they know that this man is blind or he was blind. But now they gotta say, listen, he wasn't really blind, man. Nah, man. He's just trying to make Yahushua seem like a man of God. Why? Because they don't want to accept that he is a man of God, man. Read on.
God. But the Jews did not believe concerning him that he was blind and received his sight until they called the parents of him that received his sight.
So now they can't believe it that bad. They even called this blind man's a mom and dad, man. His parents. Like, listen, was this man really blind? Meaning they're not convinced. Reader.
And they asked them, saying, is this your son, who ye say was born blind? How then does he now see? His parents answered them and said, we know that this is our son, and that he was born blind.
Right.
But by what means he now seeth, we know not.
Them man, so they're like, listen, this is our son, and he was born blind. How he can see now, we don't know, man. And let me tell you something, that burned them up, man.
Right.
You know, they was hoping that, you know what I mean, he was lying. But now when his parents like, listen, that's my son. I know my son. And listen, my son was blind, man. How is he now? I don't know. Imagine that, man. That's burning them that, listen, the Lord's with this man and he's not with you, man. Reader.
Oh, God. We know not. He is of age. Ask him. He speak for himself. These words These words spoke his parents because they feared the Jews, for the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess he was Christ, he would be put out of the synagogue.
Give that a hand, man. That is cancel culture right there, man. Meaning it's a thing where they try to prevent you from saying what you want, man. Meaning with this blind man, his mom and dad knew that it was Yahweh that made him get back his eyesight, but they was afraid of what the Jews would say, man. That is cancel culture in the Bible where they try to they basically try to make you say what they want you to say, man.
That's what I said. Like cancel culture today, they'll ask you about homosexuality, and you'll see the celebrity giving safe answers, and that's what the person do right there. They give safe answers. You want to say, yeah, Yahweh Shai inside, like, well, ask yourself. Like,
there you go.
Don't want to really say, yes, this man is the man. Just like with sexual deviants, the homosexuals. Rappers try, none of business. What people do in their bedroom. They try to give safe answers rather than say, listen, I'll believe the Bible. The Bible says that. You feel me?
That's right.
That's what they were doing 2,000 years ago, giving them safe answers.
Yeah, because in that verse you read, he's a mom and dad's like, look, man, my son, he's of age, meaning, look, man, he's a big man. Ask him, man. You know what I mean? Why don't you ask him? Why? Because they're trying to take the heat off them. Like, listen, man, like, you know what I mean? Everyone's in them, so you know what I mean? Like, what? He was blind, really? But guess what? They don't want that heat. So, like, ask my son, man. My son's a big man. You know what I mean? He'll let you know what happened. And guess what? That is cancel culture in the Bible, man. Where they didn't want people believing that Yahweh was that king of the Jews, man.
Right.
Where he was the savior for blacks and Hispanics.
So today, let's get on the show. Be cancelled. In this chapter, what was tell us going to get shut out? What happened if you shut out synagogue?
You shut a synagogue. Well, right. We had a way where if we didn't like you, we wouldn't have no interactions with you, and that's in the Bible as well. If you go to Matthew 18, what does it say? Let them be as a what? As a heathen. So of course now, if they don't go with what they want, then what's going to happen to them? No one's going to deal with them, man. No one's going to have any business with them. So they're scared, like, listen, I don't want that, man. So what are they doing? They're giving safe answers. Well, ask my son. My son is of age, aka my son's a big man, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ask him, don't ask me. You know what I mean? And that's what was happening back then, where basically they tried to socially engineer you into what they want you to say, man. And that's like today, man. You mean from my understanding, freedom of speech is in effect.
Right.
But why is it you can't really say what you want to say, man?
Right.
Everyone says, I've got freedom of speech. But when you talk about being gay, all of a sudden, that becomes the elephant in the room, man. All of a sudden, you gotta give the safest answers. When I thought you could say what you like, man.
Right.
There's people that are openly racist, and you can't really say nothing because they can say what they like, man.
Right.
There's people that do all manner of weird things, and to be fair, there's nothing you can do because they have the right to say what they like.
I remember the man that used to make idols and who was like going against what the disciples say to make money. Is that the cancel culture? Nah.
Not quite.
That's what they say is you can make money. Or same as like you're not saying what's right, so you can make money like what M2 wants to do. That's different.
Not quite. No. You know what I mean? But what you see in here, it doesn't exist, man. You can't cancel us, man. And it's happened in the Bible as what the officer read, and it didn't work, man. And if you think it's gonna work, today, forget about it, man. You can't cancel us, man.
Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not.
And there you go, man. Cry aloud and spare not, meaning what? Don't care, man. Don't care, man. Look, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, who's gonna stand up for the Lord, man?
Right.
If you care about what everyone thinks, always think about this, then who cares for the Lord, man? In the world, everyone cares about everything else. But guess what? You're in here caring for what the Lord wants, man. And with
Right.
that, you can't spare anybody, man. You can't be in there, yeah, but I like her though, man. You can't be at camp, yo, that girl should be watching me all day. And if I say this, she's not gonna like me. Look, man, forget that, man. If someone really likes you, then guess what? They will still be there, man.
Right.
You mean I say this all the time, you can't make somebody like you, man. It don't matter what you do, man. It don't matter if you try to water it down. Really, in life, people like you because they're just like you, man. It's not that deep. A woman doesn't like you for what you did. You know what I mean, really, she likes you from when you was around there from the beginning, man. She likes you from the jump. It's not what you did. It's not what you said. It's not what you have. She liked you because she liked you anyway, man. And also, you know what I mean, on the opposite as well, man. So why water it down, man? Why try and go, yeah, but you know, if I say that, she might not like it. Listen, that is nonsense, man. If she walks off, it was you thinking that she liked you, but she didn't like you, man.
Right.
That's the reality of it. You thought something that wasn't there, man. You in your mind, like, yo, I think she likes me though, and she really didn't, man. That's just the reality. In your mind, yo, I think she's. What they say? I think she's unman. Listen, she was an unman, man. In your mind, you was working out like, yeah, you know. Oh, she looked at me. She wasn't looking at you, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You thought that, but that wasn't happening, man. And then when you offended, you think, nah, you see, listen, she didn't like it anyway, man. But just read that one more time. Mm-hmm. No swear.
Isaiah 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
And there, man, cry aloud, spare not, man. Don't spare. Why? Because you can't cancel the word of the Lord, man.
Right.
Cancel a culture doesn't exist with God, man. You said, let me tell you something. We've been doing camp and police have come and vans, all that, and we're there next week, man. You
Right.
can't cancel us, man. You know what I mean? We got some brothers in here that have been with us from day one, man, almost. And you know what I mean? They've seen the camps, they've seen what's happened, and we're there next week, man. Why?
Correct.
Because cancel a culture doesn't exist in the work of the Lord, man.
That's
In
right.
in the world, they entertain man, and that's why they have to say the right things. They can't offend any and anyone. In here, we don't really care because you don't support us anyway, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anyone that is a part of that, they don't support this, so you can't hinder us anyway. You got some mouse up.
And the scripture said that I be a sneak peek.
They
Say sneak peek, but
There you go, man. There you go, and that is absolutely right, man. And in here, we spare not, man. And that's why. What do people say? Why do you sound so angry? It's so aggressive. Well, listen, we're not entertaining you, man.
Right.
You don't want it like that, but the Lord does, man. That's the problem. All right, no sweat. Yeah. But you got another verse? Yeah, let's get that as well.
Isaiah 30 and 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children.
And there you go, man. What is one thing we have? We are a rebellious people, man.
Right.
People that just always rebel against the Lord. And you know what hurts the most? Many of us know it's wrong, man. You mean subconsciously, we know, listen, God don't want that. but we are people that always rebel, man. Reader.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
And there you go. We don't hear the law of the Lord. We're at camp. What are they saying, man? It sounds good, but yo, man, I just want to live, man. You know what I mean? I got money to make. And listen, you should put all that down and serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
Reader.
We say to the seers,
Uh-huh.
see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
And there, man, as a nation, we don't want to hear the right things, man. We don't want to hear, listen, we got to fix up, man. We got to be that holy nation again, man. We don't
Right.
want to hear that. We want to hear God loves everyone. Why? So that we can join everybody, man. But no one wants to hear, listen, we are better than all these nations. We are going to get, you mean, we're going to rule the earth. Them things nobody wants to hear, man. Why? Because we want to be joined unto the heathen, man. Reader.
Speak unto us smooth things.
Smooth things, man. Smooth what they want to hear, what they like to hear. And that's why, what does damn there everyone at camp say? It's so loud. It's so aggressive. Why? Because they're accustomed to what a pastor who speaks nice and he tells them what they want to hear. Why? Because if that a pastor says the opposite, they will cancel him, man.
Right.
That he won't have no one to dance to, man. You won't have no one to go wave your hands in the air like you just don't care for Jesus, man. And he knows that, man.
Right.
And guess what? He's a part of that a cancel a culture as well, man. Where in that church he has to entertain them, or they don't pay his bills, man.
Like I said, even Muslims and Christians, like a pastor can't deny the Old Testament, the killing and the war and stuff. So when he's talking about all love, like what Bible is he reading? He knows it's not all love, but again, he got to reach what the people want to hear. Like Islam, forget about it. Islam talk about now, like Islam come to England and try to blend in. When you can't teach death and murder, man, just try to lie about they can't teach love to everybody. Like, what crime are you doing?
No, it doesn't.
But they want to tell people the want to hear to blend in. And we don't. We tell people that we're not equal to no other race, that we can't marry them. And everyone want to hear that. Islam is swearing that the whole nine, can't hear this.
There you go, man. And that's how you know we live what is in the Bible. Because
Right.
all these religions you see, a lot of the doctrine they have now is to please the people that are there, man. And if you think I'm lying, let's examine it. Back in the 60s, being gay in the church was wrong.
Right.
Even though they was behind everyone's back, but at least they would say openly that, listen, you know, in the Bible there is laws against that way of life. But what happened as years went on, the gays came in there, and then to say it became very hard, and then the gays were paying all the bills, man.
Right.
The gays were putting that money in the offering plate, you know what I mean? So to say it started to become really hard till what now? A pastor would tell you, listen, God doesn't care about who you love, man. Now a pastor doesn't want to talk about it at all. Meanwhile, in the 60s, they would openly tell you, listen, that is wrong, man. And in some incidences as well, people that were gay actually had to leave a church. That is on record, to where what? They were paying all the bills, man. They was on the choir singing. They was on the drums. They were on the tambourines. They was on all the instruments in the church. And then now, all of a sudden, a pastor doesn't talk about being gay anymore now.
Right.
You know what I mean? You mentioned it. Is it he's vexed with you? You're like, so in the Bible, what did it say? Listen, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten. He does that. Why? Because they are paying him, man. And he doesn't want to get cancelled by that church, man. He doesn't want those members to find another church. That's why he has to just avoid it altogether.
Correct.
Like everyone, I watch people score a lot, like debates one. Everyone's on the toes. When it gets close, everyone's not really here's when you say answer, it's Muslims, like everyone shook, man. Even Shabba, like back in the day, Shabba didn't say answers, man. Shabba kind of, he had it down. Shabba kind of shook, man, on that show.
Is a video online. Look at that. So we'll give you an example, but here's the thing: in here, we make this via the power of the Lord. I mean, anything else, they are funded by the majority, and I hate to say, the majority in these last days they're gay. If you're in the mosque, let me tell you something. In Saudi Arabia, being gay is I don't how I'm gonna say it is out there, man. In India and in in Pakistan, being gay is out there. And you know what I mean? And guess what? They're paying all of that money to fund that mosque and that church. And that's why when it's mentioned, they're very safe in what they say, man. And in England too, man. A lot of those sheikhs and imams, they're gay, man. You mean you think that they're not? Listen, man, where they come from, that homosexual way of life is big out there, man.
What's that thing called? Was it that what's the people that catch predators and whatnot? There was one not far from here. You've got a Muslim man. They get chips and poppers and they went to a weak boy.
You see,
the reading text faction. It's light boys. You probably live in the regular. You see a Muslim man, you see him. Oh man, devout Muslim. Not like that boy.
Yeah, I'll give you another example. In the Middle East, you can't just walk around with a woman like that. You know what I mean? Because if that woman ain't your wife, people are gonna be like, "Yo, what's up?" So, as men, you can walk around and no one won't say anything. And let me tell you something: they're all gay, man. They're all, you know what I mean, doing all kind of abominations. And the reason why people don't know is because no one in that hemisphere or that part of the world, they don't ask because they're men. While if they were to walk around with a woman who's not their wife, people go, hang on, but where's she from? Is she your wife? And listen, the men roam and do all kind of abominations, man. And then they don't want to speak about it in Hyde Park because those same ones are funding their mosque, man. Those same ones are funding all their ventures and all the things that they do. And that's why when it's mentioned, they're like, listen, I don't want to speak about that, man. Well, if that's what you believe, you do you. Why? Because they're paying them. And that's why they won't speak against it. You got the video, Lord? I know, sweet. All right, man. So we're gonna get you an interview from the 90s, man. This is Shabba. He was on BBC One, if I'm correct. Oh, it was a Channel 4. Oh, the word. You know, funny. I'm getting old. I actually remember the word back in the 90s. So it was a show on Channel 4 called The Word, and they kind of set this up. This was a time when in the reggae music back then it was very anti-gay, and they brought him on the show knowing what they was going to ask him. So let's watch it.
En la década de los 90, cuando su música se internacionalizó, causando la caída de la mayor estrella del dancehall, Shabba Ranks. En 1992, la nueva estrella del dancehall era Buju Banton, el hombre destinado a acompañar a Shabba en el panorama internacional. Pero entonces se lanzó en Jamaica Boom Bye Bye, una canción violentamente homofóbica. El Shabba Ranks quedó relegado.
Shabba, are you a Buju Banton fan? Well, most definitely right now, from a far shit the law of God Almighty, you deserve crucifixion. Most definitely. The Bible, I live by the concept of the Bible, which is the righteousness of every human being. And the Bible stated that man should multiply. The multiplication is done by a male and a female.
That's absolute crap, and you know it.
Right.
There's something I don't know this because so you know what I mean. And he's an example where from that show that you just watched there, that ended him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for those of you that don't know, at that time he was the biggest reggae artist going, man. You know what I mean? His songs were number one, and what you saw right there, that ended him, man. He never had another hit song after that again, man. And guess what? He's stating what is in the Bible, man.
Right.
But guess what? Here's the thing. They can cancel him because he entertains them, man. In here, we don't entertain everyone. That's why you can't cancel us when we speak, thus saith the Lord, man. Remember, a lot of his songs, a lot of his songs, white people was actually buying his songs, man. I'm gonna blow your mind. Black people don't buy records. I'm gonna blow your mind. We like it, but we don't actually buy it. It's actually white people that buy it, you know. So when a man sold like such and such, it's not by the hands of us. We just you know what I mean? We just download it, or back in the day, just record it off the radio. You know what I mean? If you're old enough, in a nice way, but we don't buy it. It's white people that do, and he got cancelled. Why? Because white people was buying his music. That's what.
Shabba said, "Men was more like I can remember them by man and woman. It goes like balance. There's no way I don't know about."
There must be, man. There must be some information I'm lacking in, because as far as I'm concerned, that is the only way, man.
Right.
And you know why he's saying that? Because he's gay, man.
God.
Because he's gay, and it's true. Imagine this: you're here from a man and a woman, and you're saying that's a bollocks when you're here from that action,
Right.
and now you're saying that's a lie. So, if your mom and dad never got together, how would you be here, man? Like, what would have happened that the whole earth don't know? I mean, please enlighten me, man. You know what I mean? But again, though, he got cancelled because he was serving them.
Right.
You can't cancel us because we don't serve you, man. We serve the Lord.
That's
That's why I always say this, man. What you learn in here, don't water it down, man. Don't hinder it. Don't do nothing. Only do what you see, man. Because in here, what you're seeing is valuable. And in these last days, we see it. It's like this. There you go. There you go, man. And with this LGBTQ thing going on now, they support their own, man. As what the sister said, Vibes Cartel, he made a Clark's big, man. That song was on BBC Radio 1, man. Yeah, I was shocked to hear it on there. Like, you know what I mean? Me personally, I thought I was on the wrong a radio channel. Like, nah, I must be on a pirate one or something. It was on Radio 1, man. Made Clark's big for its time.
But you know, it's not I.S.U.P.K like make Clark's big. It's Little John, because Little John said, I.S.U.P.K will go back into the 80s to the pick up topics with them to re-resurrect into the present time. But Little John was doing Clark's and the long before.
Little John. I know Little John too.
Yes, that's why most of the Jamaican going through. We have a cream color shirt and Clark's so much.
I got you. So again, it's something I didn't know. That song was actually a brother made a song about the Clarks before Vibes Cartel. And if you notice, no one never endorsed them. Why? Because they didn't accept that gay way of life. But the one regular artist that like she does, all of a sudden, all the sponsors are behind her, man. Why? Because the LGBT AQ people, they got all the money, man. And that's why, let me say you one thing as well. The whole earth, they're not behind them because they care about them. They're behind them because they got all the money, man.
Right.
All these rich name brand clothes, Versace, Balenciaga, those men are gay. They got all the money. The gays got all the money. So they're not supporting them because they feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Guys, leave them alone. They support them because they got all the money. And with the government, they want a piece of that money, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? So let's get in the Bible. Let's get Ezekiel 36 and 9. Let's get Ezekiel 36 and 9.
Come on. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 9. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be titled and sown. It's like you're tilled and sown.
And there you go, man. What did the Lord say to Ezekiel? I am with you, man. The Lord ain't with them. The Lord is with you, black man. Let me tell you something. Every officer, everyone in here, the Lord is with you, man.
Right.
And let me tell you something. When the Lord is with you, nobody can cancel you, man. Nobody can hinder you. And well, if you don't agree, then you know we're gonna cancel this. Listen, you can't cancel me, man. I work for the Lord. Everything I do is under the banner of the I.S.U.P.K, under commanding General YAHANNA. You can't cancel me, man. Even this a channel right here, you can block it. I'll make another one. It's not that deep, you know what I mean? Listen, it only takes 5 minutes to make another account. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that deep. You can't cancel us, man. Why? Because the Lord is with us, and you can't cancel who the Lord is with, man.
That's
We,
right.
you know what I mean? We are at camp. We know what to say. You can, you can call 999, and nobody's getting locked up, man. We're not idiots out here, man. We know what to say. We know how to operate. You can't cancel us, man. You call the police, and we'll be out there still. And we'll be out there next week and the week after. Why? Because the Lord is with you, man. The Lord ain't with them. And because the Lord is with us, nobody can cancel us, man. No one can complain and we have to apologize. Like, I'm sorry, guys. You know what I mean? The I.S.U.P.K, we apologize. We was unlearned in that. And we need to, nah, man. We don't do that around here because we don't work for you, man. We work for the Lord. Read that one more time.
Come on. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown.
And there you go, man. The Lord is for you, meaning what? The Lord, He's on your side, man. Anything that benefits you, the Lord will do it. Why? Because He's for you, man. Listen, you can't cancel us, man. In the UPK, we read the Bible and we stand on the Bible, and you can't cancel us, man.
Right.
According to the Bible, being gay is wrong, man. The Bible in Leviticus 20 calls it an abomination, man. And you can't cancel us neither, man. And you can't do nothing about it, man. And I'm gonna be here next week. And if you want me to say it again, I can say it word for word, man.
Right.
I can watch this class in the week. I can watch this class in the week, write it down, and I can say it again word for word, man.
God.
Why? Because we don't work for you, man. You don't pay for the electric bill in here. You don't pay for the Wi-Fi in here, man.
Right.
Righteous men and women, they pay for everything in here, man. And guess what? We serve them, man.
God.
We give them counsel. We help them, man. But guess what? If you're against us, we don't help you, man. Read that one more time.
Come on. Book of Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 9. For behold, I am for you, and I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown.
And there you go, man. We're gonna be planted, meaning what? We're gonna have a root. And when something has a root, you can't take it away, man.
Right.
A tree in the ground, you can't easily just take that away, man. And listen, what the Lord gave us here, you can't take it away, man. You can't cancel us and hush us, and one day the ISUPK will be gone, man. It won't happen, man. Why? Because we are planted, man. We are planted in the name of the Lord, man. You can't do nothing, man. From that, give me Psalms 118 and 6.
Come on. The book of Psalms chapter 118 and verse 6. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear.
And there you go, man. It's okay. I'll break it down. So the Lord is on my side, man. For those of you that don't know, Psalms is written by King David, man. And guess what? King David knew it. If the Lord is on your side, don't be afraid of nobody, man.
That's right.
Don't let no one have you afraid of. They might cancel me. If I say this, I'm gonna lose money. Listen, man. In here, there's a blessing, and you don't realize it. We don't serve man.
Right.
That's why you can't hinder us, man. You can leave, and it doesn't bother us because we don't serve you.
God.
We don't make you happy. We don't tell you what you want to hear. And guess what? When the Lord is on your side, you don't fear man.
Right.
With the a baby, he fears man. He is afraid of man.
Right.
That's why, from what he said, he come back about, I'm just uneducated on it. I'm sorry, man. So what now? You're dumb. You're saying basically, for you to say something like that means you got to be dumb. So is the baby saying he's dumb? And you say that why? Because you please man. That's why. Read on.
Come. The Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me?
And there you go, man. When you serve the Lord, what can man do unto you? Nothing, man.
Right.
Nothing, man. They can be angry. They may not like you, but can they do something to you? No, man.
That's right.
And how do we know? Because we're reading it from King David, man.
Right.
In his lifetime, he went through so much. And if King David's saying man can't do anything to you, then believe me, believe that, man.
Right.
King David was a warrior, went through wars and all kind of things. And if King David's saying man can't do anything, then believe me, man can't do nothing, man.
That's right.
And let me tell you something, in here, man can't do nothing to you, man.
Right.
They're gonna get angry. They're not gonna like you. But guess what? You're gonna go home at the end of camp, man. You're gonna go home to your family and your wife and your children. And guess what? You're gonna get on with life like normal. Why? Because man can't do nothing, man. Like him also.
Verse 10, something. Verse 10, something.
Verse 10. All right, no sweat. We'll get there.
So whatever we go through, and we're not bound to them. Verse 10. Let them run along. Let them run all the races. Verse 10.
Most High in Christ.
Us.
We're gonna get that, man. Read on.
Come. It's like it. The Lord taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me.
And there you go, man. You serve the Lord, you will see the desire of them that hate you, man.
Right.
Let me tell you something, and I say this all the time. When you serve the Lord, you are on the winning team, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the world, that's the losing team, man. In the world, you are going to lose, man.
Okay.
How do you know? Because people in the world are losing now, man. Why do you think in the world people get high? Because they're losing, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're a winner doesn't smoke weed, man. A winner doesn't buy escorts, man. A winner has wives, man. You know what I mean? But guess what? When you're not on the winning team, you need drugs, man. When you're on the a losing team, you need all kind of things to make you feel like you're a winner, man. While as when you serve the Lord, you are the winner. Even if it seems like they may be winning now, in the end, they're going to lose, man. In the end, you're gonna be great in the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
That person's gonna be least, man. You are gonna be the winner. If you hold on to this and you endure and you fight your demons, you fight your lust, you fight all the things that all of these demons are trying to throw at you, you will be the winner, man. You will be the winner, but you gotta endure, man. You gotta fight, and believe me, all of your enemies, you will overcome them, man.
Right.
You will be the winner. Serving the Lord makes you the winner. It's nothing you do, it's who you serve that makes you the winner, man. Read on.
Con. Verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man.
And there you go, man. It's better to trust in the Lord than put confidence in man, aka cancel culture, man.
Right.
They're scared of getting cancelled. Why? Because their trust is in man. Like, I gotta make them happy. I can't offend them. I can't talk about gays. I can't talk about, being oppressed as a black man. I can't talk about police abusing black men. Why? Because they put their trust in man. They believe, well, if man gets me rich, I can't really talk about black issues because they're paying my electric bill, man. They're paying my rent, me entertaining them, me making them happy. That's paying me. They trust in man. When it's better to serve the Lord, man.
Right.
It's better to serve the Lord than put your confidence in man. Why? Because when you let a man down, he hates you, man. When you let a man down, he's gonna demonize you, like what happened to the baby.
God.
You know what I mean? And you know what's funny? On that video, when he said what he said, the crowd went silent, man. First, the crowd was, "Wah, wah, wah." As soon as he said, being gay, you might get AIDS. The crowd was, I mean, all of the noise of the crowd just depleted, man.
Right.
Why? Because for 1 second, he was just talking his mind. And when you serve man, you can't talk your mind, man. You can't speak your mind. And that crowd went dead silent, man. Imagine that, thousands of people like, shit, you're speaking against the gays here, you know what I mean? I don't want no a part of that.
Right.
And why? Because he serves man, man. The baby serves man. And you better be thankful that you serve the Lord where you don't have to go through what he's in right now, man.
That's right.
You say what you say, you mean what you mean, and no one can do you a thing, man. You know what I mean? You don't care who's offended. Why? Because you don't please them. You please the Lord, man.
Right.
Your concern is, listen, was the Lord happy with my actions? Was the Lord happy with what I said? Was the Lord happy with the things that I did? That's your concern. His concern is entertaining them, saying the right things.
Right.
And guess what? Once you let them down, they cancel them, man. Read on.
Con. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
Mm-hmm.
All nations compass me about, but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them.
There you go, man. Kwam Yasha Allah, man. All nations compass you about, but guess what? You will destroy all of them, man.
God.
Let me give you an example at camp, man. All nations compass us about, man.
Right.
All nations, the Muslims, the Christians, the Romanians, the Polish. And listen, we outdo all of them in the name of the Lord, man.
That's right.
They all compass us. All nations hate what we say, man. And guess what? We beat all of them, man. in the name of the Lord, we beat all of them, and they can't stop us, man. They can't stop us. You mean a lot of them? You know what's funny? A lot of them even hate each other, but for the sake of us, they even join. You know what I mean? There's a Christian and a Muslim,
Right.
and they hate each other. They got their dictaphones. They you know what I mean? They go back and forth. As soon as we set up, they join to come against us.
God.
We showed you that what we got is the truth, man.
That's right.
That every nation has to go. Listen, what they're saying, stop that, man. Yes, we got our back and forth, but listen, we gotta stop them brothers, man. Them brothers can't talk about the Jews being black, man. Them brothers can't talk about the kingdom of heaven being for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Them
Right.
brothers can't do that, man. That's how you know what we say is the truth. Because if we was talking nonsense, you would ignore us, man. I'm gonna blow your mind. When I'm on the street, a Muslim who has a dictaphone, I don't care what he's saying, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in Alice in Wonderland just yeah, man. I got my thing to do, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And with the and with the vicar, repent or you're burning in hell. Listen, I'm Alice in Wonderland. I gotta shut my lips, blah blah blah. You don't care what he's saying, but when we set up, you care about what we gotta say, man. Why?
Right.
Because it's the truth, man. Sorry, Leon, you got
Is that like what you were saying that when you got come, they join up? That's like like an example of Psalm 83 that the other nations will come together against this, like kind of like.
let's get out of hand, man. That is a precept to go with that perfectly, man. With Psalms 83, all nations conspire against us. Yes, they have their wars and they hate each other, but when it comes to you, they know. Listen, we gotta join, man. Why? Because every nation knows you are their bank account, man. Although they have their disputes, they know. Listen, if these people find out who they are, if these people break away from us, that's a problem, man. You know what I mean? We go into their corner shops. In the case of the white man, we work all their jobs, and regardless of what they have, you know, listen, we can just leave that alone. Let's stop them from talking about the Jews or black men. Let's stop them from talking about black unity. You mean let's stop that? Then we can fight amongst each other, but we can't let them do what they're doing. So absolutely, Psalms 83 goes along with that, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Read on in Psalms.
Oh, come. They compass me about, yea, they compass me about, but in the name of the Lord I will destroy them. They compass me about like bees. They are quenched as the fire of thorns. For in the name of the Lord I will destroy them.
And there you go, man. King David, he's like, listen, I don't care who you are, man. What matters is your obedience to the Lord, man.
Right.
Believe me, you serve the Lord. There's things you can do which you don't even think you can do, man. And all of that comes down to you serving the Lord, man. It's nothing deep about it. It's about the God that you serve, man. Remember this, we serve a God that made Christ walk on water, man. We serve a God that made King David beat some big African man with a rock. We serve a God that he used Sir Amson to kill Africans with a jawbone, man, of an animal. That's the God that we serve. And what it all comes down to is how much you are serving that God, man.
Right.
It's nothing to do with you, man. It's nothing to do with how great you are. It's that God that you're serving, man. And this is one thing I say to every brother: keep the commandments, man.
That's right.
You mean, and along with that, be active, man. Come to class. You mean become an officer, man. You mean you serve the Lord, and the Lord will make you great, man.
God.
You know what I mean? You cannot serve the Lord and then expect things, man. Your obedience, the Lord will be with you, and you will do many great things, man.
Right.
Even in John, in the last verse, what does that say? If you believe in me, you will do greater things, man. You serve the Lord, we can possibly do greater things, man. You serve the Lord and you go out there, man. You promote his name to the ends of the earth. Listen, man, the Lord will be with you, man. And nobody can stop you, man. Nobody can cancel you. And you know what I mean? You will even be shocked within yourself of what you can do, man.
Right.
Reader.
Khan. Thou hast thrust sore at me that I might fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord
And there
is
you go,
my
man. Suck it. And the Lord helped him, man. And believe me, man, in the UPK, the Lord's helped us, man. Right, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Honestly, listen, man, as a leader of the camp, sometimes like, yo, the Lord helped me, man. Shit. You know, he's not looking like, all right, we got camp and the vehicles are kind of scarce, and somehow the Lord just makes a way, man. Someone's
Right.
like, you know what, you can use this car, or you know, things happen. The Lord helps you, man. So sometimes it's a captain waking up like, Lord, please, man, please. Why me, man? Why me? And believe me, the Lord helps, man. You know what I mean? And
Right.
guess what? That's not only for me, that's for all of us, man. Don't ever think that, you know, that is just for one individual. You serve the Lord, it's for you too, man.
Right.
With the blessing of the Lord, it's for every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. It's not just for me. It's not just for any one of us. It's for all of us, man. If we serve the Lord, we all can have it, man. And believe me, the Lord helps us, man. So there's one even like, all right, so I got two vehicles, all these men, oh Lord, and guess what? It just works out, man. The
Right.
Lord helps, man. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you don't know how it's gonna happen, but it happens, man. And then once camp is done, you leave like, yo, the Lord, He was with us, man.
God.
A reader.
Khan. The Lord is my strength and song, and is become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacles of the righteous.
All right, no sweat. We're doing that. Let's get a Romans 8 and 31.
Book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 31. What shall we say then to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us?
And there you go, man. If God is for all us, who can be against you, man? Nobody. Believe me, you serve the Lord, you don't sin, and you know what I mean, do everything. No one can be against you, man.
God.
They can hate you. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna give you an example. And let me tell you something. What the Lord has done with us in the UK it's unheard of, and I'll break it down. In a Birmingham, with the Muslims, they run everybody. Fake Israelite groups, the Muslims have run. And guess what? With the UPK, we are the only group to stand in Birmingham, and nobody mess with us, man. We've had some hectic camps, you know what I mean, gone back and forth, and we are there, man. Why? Because nobody can be against us, man. Believe me, I've seen it. I've seen fake Israelite groups come to Birmingham, and believe me, no disrespect to any other zone, the Birmingham camps are the roughest, man. You know what I mean? For you to do a Birmingham camp, you got to be ready, man. And I've
Right.
seen Birmingham run fake Israelite groups bad, man. They don't know what to say to him. Like, oh, gosh, you know what I mean? Everyone's on him. And guess what? The UPK holds down Birmingham, man.
Right.
Nobody else does. I've seen Birmingham run people, man. Eat, you know what I mean? Eat them up alive, man. And the UPK, under the power of the Lord, Listen, nobody's with us, man. 5 years and Birmingham can't mess with us, man. Till now, everyone just walks by like, listen, just leave him alone, just go, man. And it's not us, it's not me, man. It's the Lord. It's no breakdown I've got. It's nothing like that. It's the Lord, man.
Right.
And when the Lord is with you, zones that people tried and failed, you will be the winner, man. In Leicester, believe me, you will be the winner. You will take you will bring it there, and nobody will mess with you, man. The imam, he'll get eaten alive, man. With the sheikh, people will run him off the corner. You will do it, and you will be strong. And people go, yo, we can't run these guys, man. They can answer us, and they're here. And believe it, in the name of the Lord, you will do it, man. Manchester, you will own Manchester, man. At first, people try it till a day will come, and they'll be like, you know what? We're gonna leave him alone, man. We can't get rid of him, man. We tried to laugh at them. We've tried to debate with them, and listen, these guys just keep coming back, and that happens. Why? Because when you serve the Lord, nobody can be against you, man. And read that one more time.
Khan. What shall we say to these things? If God be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not be with him also? How shall he not with him also freely give us all things?
There, so with the Most High, he gave his son, man, Yahushua. Why? For us. So what we need of him, we will get those things, man.
Right.
Anything we need in this work, you will get it, man. If you're someone and you're afraid, you serve the Lord. Listen, man, you will be courageous, man. If you're someone, in your mind you got doubts, you serve the Lord can get rid of doubt, man. You're someone you're like, me, I can't really be at camp like that. My voice ain't that strong. Listen, you serve the Lord. The Lord will, trust me, do something with you that when it's done, you'll be like, that had to be the Lord, man. Because that's not me, man.
God.
I remember the first camp, the first ever camp that we did, man. And you know me, that I'm not no loud guy, you know what I mean? And at that camp, the Lord done the work, man. You know what I mean? All of us were loud, on point. And guess what? The Lord, if you serve him, he will give you those things that you need, man.
That's
You
right.
mean that first camp, I'm like, I remember it. We was late first and foremost because we were getting the camp signs done, and that took forever, man. And then we set the camp signs up, and I've never spoken in my life, so everyone's looking at us. I'm like, what the fuck, like, yo, what do we say, man? And then once you break the ice, that was the Lord, man, because that's not me. You know what I mean? Everyone that knows me knows that's not me. And if you serve the Lord, he will give you those things, man. Don't worry about it. People like, but I'm shy and you know what I mean? I'm this and that. Nah, man. You serve the Lord, he will give you those things, man. And then years down the line, you'll be like, rah, I'm not even like that anymore. And you will only get that when you serve the Lord, man. Reader.
Khan. Who shall lay anything to the charge of God's elect? It is God that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? It is Christ that died, yea, rather that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of God, who also maketh intercession for us.
And there you go, man. With the Yahushai, he speaks on our behalf, man. Intercessor meaning someone that speaks on your behalf, man. And that's what a Christ does, man. You mean with the Most High, he's speaking on your behalf, like, yeah, Father. You know what I mean? Right now, he's a bit shy, but please, you know what I mean? Work with him, man. Make him brave. do this with him. And listen, man, you have an intercessor. He knows what you want. All you need to do is do it, man. Don't doubt. And if we're coming to UPK, you know what I mean? I don't know. Listen, do it, man. You got someone that speaks on your behalf. Don't worry about it, man. Just do it. Just do it. And there's a man up in the third dimension who's speaking to the Most High on your behalf, man. He knows what you need, and he'll break it down. Yeah, Father, he needs this, he needs that. And listen, all you got to do is serve, man. Reader.
Oh, God. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ?
And there you go, man. This goes into the cancel culture right here. Who can separate you from the love of a Christ, man? Reader.
Oh, God. Shall tribulation?
A tribulation, man. And guess what? That's what the baby went through. Tribulation, man. Some hard times. And he folded, man. He folded and apologized. Let me tell you something. In here, nothing separates us from the love of Christ, man. We can go through some hard times and we will be here, man. Read on.
Come on. Or distress.
Or distress. Will that separate us? No, it won't, man. We can go through some hard times. We will still be here, man.
Right.
Read on.
Or persecution.
Or persecution. People hating you. That's not enough, man. You can hate us and we'll still be here, man.
Right.
We will still be at camp. We will still be doing class. We will still be where we need to be. Why? Because you can't stop us from serving Christ, man. You can't stop us. Read on.
Come on. Or famine.
Or famine, man. What's the famine now? Someone stopping you financially, man. Right. You can't stop us. And even if you did, we would still say the same things, man. Right. Why? Because we love Christ, man. And you can't stop us, man. Regardless of what you do financially, economically, physically, you can't stop us from loving Christ, man. Reader.
Or nakedness.
Or in nakedness, man. Imagine if we was bankrupt, had no money to buy nothing. We would love Christ the same way, man.
God.
You can't cancel us with nothing, man. You can't stop us with nothing. Right. Anything you do, we will still serve Christ, man. Right. Reader.
Come on. Or peril. Or the sword.
Or the sword, even death, man. Listen, I love Christ, and if I gotta die for it, then so be it, man. That's right. You know what I mean? There's a reward for this, man. I die. Listen, man, I got bills to pay. You know what I mean? You take my life, I'm debt free, man. Shit, you're doing me a favor. in case you don't know, you know what I mean? You're actually doing me more good than bad. Shit, you know what I mean? Every week I get paid. The money's gone anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Imagine a day where I don't have to wake up to work, man. Shit, you know what I mean? You talk about you're dead. Listen, you don't know what you're doing, man.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I never have to drive a HGV in my life. Up until my next life, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'll be doing, but as far as this life, shit, you know what I mean? I'm good, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Death doesn't frighten us, man. Why? Because we love Christ. And there's nothing you can do that's going to make us go, you know what? Christ, I'm sorry, man. I can't obey you anymore, man.
Good.
There's nothing that you can do, man. Even unto death, you threaten our life. We're gonna still be doing what we're doing, man. Reader.
Come on. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long.
And that's in the book of Isaiah, that we are killed all the day long, man. The men of the Lord, they was killed all the day long, talking about in the past and today, man.
Right.
In the Bible, many great men, they was killed for speaking the word of the Lord, man. In the book of Matthew, it says that Zachariah, he was killed, man. He was stoned to death, man. And why? For trying to help the people that he loved, man. And the
Right.
same people he loved, they were the ones that took his life, man. And let me tell you something, Zachariah is back, man. No one knows who he is, of course. You know what I mean? Let's not play that that game. But let me tell you something, man. You take a man of the Lord's life, he's coming back, man.
Right.
And he's doing that same job. You hated him then. You will hate him now too, man.
God.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna stop nothing. A man of God, he's back in the earth doing the same thing, man. Isaiah is back. Ezekiel is back, man. Jeremiah is back. All those men of the Lord, they are back in the earth doing what they did thousands of years ago, man. You can't stop it, man.
Right.
Reader. Osaka, did someone have something? Okay, no sweat. Reader.
Kind of what, Khan? We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
And then, man, we are counted as sheep, meaning people look at us like sheep. Now, look at the analogy regarding a sheep. It's not hard to kill. A sheep is easy to kill. A sheep, it just don't know nothing. You can slit a sheep's throat easily, and it don't run. It just dies. It's easy. And the Bible's saying that us men of the Lord, we are like that, man. We are people for the love of you. We are easily put to death, man. For trying to help you, we are easily put to death, man. And let me tell you something, this ain't for everybody, man. You know what I mean? If you love your life, then that's on you. But let me tell you something, serving the Lord comes with a reward, man. And let me tell you something, I want it, man. I'm
That's
sorry,
right.
man. In the world, there isn't nothing out there. You know what I mean? We've all been in the world, and why are we here? Because the world isn't enough, man.
Right.
We've all gotten high and done all things in the world, believing it will bring us happiness, and it never, man. You know what I mean? In the world, I always had this concept in my mind: if only I do this, that's the answer. And I did it, and it wasn't the answer. You was always searching, if I do this, if I join this kickboxing club, maybe, I need to be more like this. And you're always wondering, it's not enough. Why? Because the Lord, He's enough, man. You gotta
Right.
serve the Lord. And let me tell you something, you know what I mean? If I gotta die for this, then so be it, man. You know what I mean? Me personally, I've found the answer I've been looking for, man. And I don't want to let it go, man. You know what I mean? We've all been in the world, and the world just can't make us happy. You know what I mean? We've done it all, man. Some of us have sold drugs in the world. Some of us have, lived an illicit lifestyle, got drunk and done all kind of things. And even though you did it, you knew it wasn't happiness.
Right.
In your mind, you always knew, nah, man, this ain't the answer. It's not answering me like I thought it would. Why? Because we need the Lord, man.
God.
And in here, all of us, we have found it, and don't let it go, man. What the Lord has blessed you with, don't let it go, man. You know what the Lord has gave us in the world, it may seem dumb, but it's valuable, man. The Lord has given you an answer, which in the world people don't get answers. They can make money, drive fast cars, but they never get the answers that you have, man. They
Right.
never get that peace of mind that you have in here right now. Even in that fancy car, they're not happy. In their mind, they have the same thing that you've always had. Like, what's real happiness, man? I thought this nice car would be my answer. That, you know what I mean? It would be the answer to everything, and it's not. I have it, and I'm still got that doubt in my mind of, what's my life worth, man? What am I doing with my life? And what the Lord has blessed you with, it may seem small, but it's so valuable. And don't let it go, man. Reader.
Oh, no, Khan. Now, in all these things, We are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
And guess what? You serve the Lord. You are a conqueror, man. You're a conqueror. No one can't silence you, man. You got the answers. No cancel a culture can stop you, man. You are the conqueror and you're the winner, man. And that's something you always want to have in mind. Serving the Lord, it has given you something that the world could never give you, and it's the ability to conquer, man.
Right.
In the world, people get high and they know it's wrong, but the world can't help you conquer it, man. You serve the Lord, you do conquer it. In the world, people got all kind of elements, mental, you know what I mean, in their mind that they can't beat. And in the truth, it makes you a conqueror, man. You defeat it, man. And that's what the Lord gives you. In the world, it may seem like that's all what God has, but guess what? It means something, man. It's something that the world can't give you, man. It's like a man and like I'm using this as an example. He's got the car, the gold, the house, and the woman just don't like him. It's like, why? But I got all of this, and then there's one man he doesn't have any of it, but though he has masculinity, man. That man with all the car and the gold is like, but I've got all of this, man. You don't want to drive in my car. But guess what? What that man has overrides all of what you got, man. And that's what the Lord has given you is the ability to conquer, is answers. Things that in the world, they may do many things, but they don't have what you have, man.
Right.
That jewel that the Lord has blessed you with, the world doesn't have. And it may seem like, is that it? But guess what? It is valuable, man. It means something. Reader.
Come. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
And there you go, man. Nothing can stop us, man. Nothing in the present, nothing to come, nothing can stop us, man. You can't cancel us, man.
God.
Anything you want to do, try it, man. Why? Because we work for a higher power. And believe me, we serve him. We will be winners, man. We will be conquerors, and you will lose, man. You will lose. You can't fight against the Lord and believe you are going to win, man.
God.
And that's why I say this to everyone, man, online, in the class, coming to the I.S.U.P.K, man. Be a winner, conquer, man. And you mean, as what we read, all you gotta do is serve the Lord, and the Lord will give you everything, man. Everything. If you believe, no, but I'm shy. Listen, you serve the Lord will give you an ability that you didn't know you even had, man.
Right.
An old example, the first camp. You remember the first camp crop yet? We set them signs up and everyone's looking at us like, shit, like, what am I gonna say, man? You know what I mean? And guess what? The Lord was with us, man.
God.
You serve the Lord, and the Lord will be with you, man. And that's what it's always about, man. It's always about your obedience to the Most High. And you serve the Lord. Listen, that a blessing is not only for us, it's for you too, man. You online, you in the class, you all over the earth, man. If you're black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, that blessing of the Lord is for you too, man.
Right.
So with that, I'm handing over to priest and officer of 5,000, Karafia.